Hello, 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 and welcome to this YouTube channel. My name is Jameelah, and I am a master manifester, and I know you are too because you're watching content like this. The name of this channel is Manifesting Magic the Practical Way because there are a lot of practicalities to manifesting the lives that we choose, right? So I like to dip into that world because practicalities were very, very hard for me for a long time. But now the small amounts of practicality I have, they're manageable and they make my life better. Nonetheless, three questions I feel like you might ask yourself during a spiritual awakening. So you feel like you're having one, you've been through one before, you're having a bigger one than you've ever had. You're experiencing a shift in your overall character and who you are and how you see yourself. And so, in my mindset, to me, that's the perfect time to ask yourself some really big foundational questions that you can then guide your life with from then on, right? Because, like, that's your time when, like, all the foundations are being ripped up and everything that was reliable and everything that was comfortable is no longer available to you. That's the best time to ask yourself these three big questions. Number one is, who am I at my core, right? And when I say that, I mean along the lines of your personal constitution. Like, who are you and what is your personality? What do you require? What are things that you like? What are things that you don't like? What are things that you're willing to do? What are things you're not willing to do? How do you govern yourself in this world? So, like, what are your boundaries? What is your personal constitution? And so that's something during the time when everything's gone and, getting into chaos and all that sort of thing. And you feel like, am I going through a spiritual awakening, like even stronger than what I have been before? You can keep in mind that that's the best time to ask yourself, who am I at my core? Is the person that I claim to be working for me today, or do I want to revamp that and create something else going forward, right? I think the question of who am I gets caught up in like personality traits, when really it's not about personality traits. It's just about how are you going to govern yourself in this life, right? Like, I don't hang in any environments where I feel like someone is creating negative feedback when I'm not putting out negative feedback, or I generally don't, but just in general, belittling, negative, targeted, I'll remove myself, right? It's not personal. I'm not getting mad or angry. I don't do any of those things. I just go, oh, okay, that's not something I want to do. And I kind of just pull back. So that's one of those boundaries that I have. I don't get involved in those things. I don't say anything. I don't combat it. I don't defend anything. I just kind of step back and be quiet. It's I don't want it to be a part of my world. So that's very easy. So what are those things like that for you? What's your personal constitution when you're in the process of trying to figure all these things out, right? Who are you at your core? Number two is, what do I want to experience in this life, right? So this lifetime that we have, whatever we're doing here on this planet Earth, we have the opportunity to experience so many different things, right? So when everything in your foundation is being tossed up and you having to figure out who you are again and what you care about and what you don't care about and all that sort of thing, and being really brutally honest with yourself about so many characteristics related to who you are as a person, right? That maybe no longer works for you. You get to decide what are the things you want to experience in this life, right? Say, well, while I am human, while I am human, I want to know what it's like to be a parent, right? While I'm human, I want to know what it's like to travel around the world in an airplane. While I'm human, I want to know what it's like to be a business owner. While I'm human, I want to know what it's like to scuba dive or to jump out of a plane, right? So in this lifetime, I think that there are like things that people genuinely are drawn towards and they want to experience, right? I remember a friend of mine, not a friend of mine, a sibling, I believe, used to always say before she was able to do it easily, I just want to put my feet into some crystal clear blue water, right? And that was just something that she always said. And so that was an experience she can put under a box that she really just wanted to have, right? Because you're here, why not experience things that this world has to offer, right? So what are those things that you want to experience, right? And then the third thing is, what do you want to be remembered by? Like, what would you like your legacy to be? And if that's having children and passing on whatever you created onto your children, that's another thing. Also, it can be like, what are your works in the world? Like, where in the world did you serve? Where did you assist other people? How did you impact others in some type of positive way? Do you plan on even being that type of person? So when you're tying those three things together, like, who am I at my core? What do I want to experience in this life? And what do I want to be remembered by? Then I can create a lifestyle or a life that I choose that fits the categories of all of those three main areas where I know I'm going to find contentment with over a long period of time, right? Because I know if it's in alignment with who I am at my core, if it's in alignment with my personal constitution, if it's in alignment with what do I want to experience in this world, if I can do all those little things that are important to me, and if it's in alignment with what I want to be remembered by in my legacy, at the end of the day, even on the days when I don't feel like getting up and I don't feel like showing up and I don't feel like creating, I know that every step forward on my path, evolving into and creating this life in this person that I am in the process of manifesting, right? The person that is inclusive of all these things. Because I think we do get to points in our lives where we experienced it a lot at one point, and then another point we don't experience any major shifts, right? So when we go through a point where we're experiencing a lot of major shifts, stop sometimes, do your meditation, do your relaxations, and then ask yourself these three major questions, like, who am I at my core? Like, what do I believe in now? What is my constitution? What are my boundaries anymore? Just get real personal with yourself and brutally honest with yourself, right? Take everyone else out of the equation. And then you can sit there and say, what are the things in this world that I want to experience? Like, what's important to me? Do I want to be able to roller skate real good one day? Do I want to learn how to swim? Do I want to go hiking in the Himalayas or whatever, right? What are those experiences, being brutally honest once again and not including everybody else in that, just so you can know these are the things that I truly find exciting and want to do. And then the last one is like, what do you want to be remembered by? What do you want your legacy to be? What do you want your works in this world to be? How do you want to have impacted people, places, and things that you were attached to? And if you get those three things all in alignment, no matter where you're going or what you're doing, you're going to be creating magic. You're going to be manifesting magic, right? Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Uh-oh, don't look at my background. Trash can so full, can't even close. Anyway, ask yourself these three big questions and see what you get. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.